Food that fools, caramel apples.
Let's see what's cooking. Let's get the facts. Let's see what's cooking. It's time for Yo-Yo Max 12.
Hello everyone. These apples are actually Rice Krispie treats, so you'll need a Rice Krispie treat recipe. I'll put the amounts in the description box below, but it's your standard Rice Krispie treat recipe with about 50 marshmallows, a couple of tablespoons of butter. Melt them together. I put mine in the microwave until the marshmallows are giant and puffy, and then I just stir the butter and the marshmallows together until they're combined, and then 6 cups of Rice Krispie cereal. Stir it around until combined and let it sit a little bit until it's cool enough to handle. Take out a portion that's going to be about the size of a regular apple, and then you're going to insert a popsicle stick. Once you put the popsicle stick in the center, you just kind of gently squeeze the treats around it because you want to make sure that the Rice Krispie treats are stuck to that popsicle stick very well, and then reshape it to make it look like an apple by putting an indentation on the top, like where the stem would be. Then you're going to put these in the fridge to let them harden completely. Now melt some caramels. That's about 10 ounces of caramels, a tablespoon of water. I melted them on low on the stove until they're completely melted. You could also do this in the microwave. And then take your cooled Rice Krispie treat apples, and then you're going to coat them with the caramel. Now, as I was turning these, I was realizing that the Rice Krispie treat was showing through. So I dipped them more than once to try to see if I could solve that problem. I'll show you how they look like at the end. This is the second way that I chose to do this. I took those little caramels, I put them in the microwave for about 5 or 6 seconds until they softened. I mushed them together into a big blob shape, flattened them out into a circle. I put a little hole in the center of that circle, and then I just kind of draped it over top of the apple, put the stick through that little hole, and then just kind of press the caramel onto the apple shape, stretching that caramel gently until it completely covered that apple. And this caramel is super easy to work with. It's very forgiving, and it stretches quite a bit without tearing. And I found if you kind of rubbed a little bit with your hands, it kind of got this shiny appearance and looked more like a caramel apple. And then to decorate them, I just dipped them into some candy sprinkles, some multicolored sprinkles. You can use whatever you'd like. Chopped nuts if you want. Now here are the Rice Krispie apples that I dipped. And as you can see the Rice Krispies quite well through the caramel, and some of them I dipped more than once and it didn't seem to matter. It looks like a Rice Krispie treat covered in caramel, which would be delicious, but doesn't quite look like a real caramel apple. And here are the dipped versus the wrapped caramel apples, and you can see there's quite a bit of difference. You can't see the Rice Krispie treat at all through the caramel coating. And, you present them just like this with an actual real apple, and people are going to think they're caramel apples. And actually, the weight of them is actually perfect. You pick that up, and it feels like a caramel apple, and you'll never know until you take a bite. So this is a food that fools, but it's actually quite a pleasant one because who wouldn't love caramel and Rice Krispie treats? I have other food that fools on my channel. I've put them in a playlist. Check it out, and thanks so much for watching.